Money can reveal sides of people you never thought existed. It can twist love into entitlement, and gratitude into greed. For most of my life, I thought my inheritance was a simple matter, a quiet, respectful passing of what my parents built, meant to secure my later years. But one afternoon, during what should have been a peaceful family gathering, my niece, someone I had loved, supported, and treated like my own daughter, looked me straight in the eye and said, "Auntie, I think it's time you pass down your inheritance to me." She said it so casually, like she was asking for a cup of tea. That moment shattered something inside me. This is the story of how a single, audacious demand changed our family forever, and what it taught me about greed, boundaries, and love. It was a warm Sunday in late August. The house smelled of roasted chicken, lemon pie, and laughter. Family dinners had always been my favorite, they reminded me of simpler times. My niece, Clara, arrived late, as usual, dressed smartly, her phone in hand, her smile a little too forced. She had always been ambitious, chasing every new idea that promised her freedom. I admired that once. She was bright, bold, and curious. But lately, there was something restless about her. A kind of impatience that made everyone uneasy. Dinner went as usual, chatter about work, kids, plans. Until dessert. That's when Clara cleared her throat and said, "There's something I'd like to discuss with everyone." The room went quiet. She folded her hands, looked directly at me, and said, "Auntie, you've done so much for everyone. You've had your time. But I'm ready to start my new life, and I need a little help to make it happen. I think it's only fair that you pass on your inheritance now, while you're still here to see it make a difference." It took me a few seconds to even process her words. The room froze, fork stopped mid-air, eyes widened. My brother muttered, "Clara," in disbelief. But she wasn't joking. Clara smiled, a rehearsed kind of smile. "I've been planning to move abroad," she continued. "There's a business opportunity there. I just need enough to start over, maybe 50, 60,000. It's not like I'm asking for everything." Her tone was calm, almost professional, as if she were presenting a business pitch, not claiming her aunt's future security. I felt a heat rising in my chest. My inheritance wasn't some secret fortune, it was the result of decades of work, careful saving, and sacrifice. It was my safety net, my retirement, my peace of mind. And yet, in that moment, all she saw was money she wanted now. The family tried to change the subject, but Clara kept pressing. "It's just sitting there," she said. "Wouldn't it be better to see it help someone you love, instead of waiting until you're gone?" That line cut deep. Not just because it was manipulative, but because it came from someone I'd once held as a baby in my arms. And no one spoke for a while after that. I remember the sound of the clock ticking on the wall. Tick, tick, tick. Finally, I said quietly, "Clara, that money isn't a gift waiting to be claimed. It's what I'll live on when I can't work anymore." She frowned. "But you're still healthy, Auntie. You don't need it now. You could change my life with this." That's when I realized, she truly believed she deserved it. This wasn't just youthful arrogance. It was entitlement. I stood up, walked to the kitchen, and stayed there for a long time, pretending to wash dishes. But really, I was holding back tears. Because somewhere along the way, I'd stopped being her aunt, and become her opportunity. A few days later, Clara came by alone. She apologized at first, or at least, she said she wanted to clarify things. Her words were smoother this time. "I didn't mean to upset anyone," she said. "I just thought, maybe you'd want to see your money do something meaningful while you're alive." I asked, "And what would that be?" She smiled. "My business. My freedom. My happiness." Her confidence stunned me. I told her gently, "Clara, I've always wanted the best for you. But my inheritance is not yours to demand. You have to build your own life, like everyone else." Her smile vanished. "So you're choosing money over family?" she snapped. That sentence burned into me. Because in her mind, I was being selfish. But in truth, I was protecting what I had worked for, not out of greed, but survival. She left in anger that day, and for months, she didn't speak to me. Family gatherings became awkward. Some relatives took her side quietly, saying, maybe you could have helped her a little. Others stayed silent, uncomfortable. But I knew, giving in would only feed the fire of entitlement. A year passed before I saw her again. This time, she looked different, tired, humbled. Her new life plan had fallen apart. The business she joined had failed. When she finally came to visit, she didn't ask for money. She asked for forgiveness. Through tears, she admitted, I thought you owed me something, because you always helped everyone. I didn't realize how much I was taking from you, not money, but peace. That day, I forgave her. Not because she deserved it immediately, but because carrying the pain was heavier than letting go. Inheritance is more than wealth. It's legacy, built from years of sacrifice, love, and quiet strength. What my niece failed to understand is that true inheritance isn't something you demand, it's something you earn. It's the trust you build, the kindness you show, the integrity you live by. Money fades. But respect, that's the real fortune. In the end, Clara learned that lesson the hard way. And I learned mine, that boundaries don't make you cruel. They protect your peace, your dignity, and the love that remains worth saving. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because sometimes, the hardest stories to tell are the ones that teach us the most.